binding judgment, the country's highest court says there are no grounds to grant the Department of Tourism leave to appeal the Supreme Court of Appeal judgment.
There are no sound reasons for this court to entertain this matter, despite it being moot. The fact that the High Court and the Supreme Court of Appeal in this matter gave conflicting decisions does not on its own carry much weight. It is not in the interest of justice for this court to grant leave to appeal and determine the appeal.
The judgment comes after the Department of Tourism approached the Apex Court for leave to appeal the 2021 ruling by the Supreme Court of Appeal in Bloemfontein. The appeal court ruled in favor of AfriForum and Solidarity and says the use of black economic empowerment policy to qualify for the relief was illegal. In 2020, former Tourism Minister Mameloko Kubayi introduced the Tourism Relief Fund, but only businesses with at least 51% black ownership qualified. Solidarity says this judgment can also protect many businesses in case Eskom collapses completely, or if government declares a national state of disaster to deal with the current energy crisis.
Eskom debacle, that there might be a disaster situation being called out by the government. This matter is a precedent for that specific situation. It's clear that if there is such a crisis situation being promulgated by government, that it's not unfettered. They must use the basis and the act and the law upon which such a disaster situation is promulgated, and they cannot use BE.
AfriForum welcomed the judgment, saying disasters affect everyone equally.
That's the type of moral messaging that needs to be sent, that in this day and age, in this time, you cannot discriminate based on race during a national disaster or even outside of it.
The appeal court ruled that the minister was wrong to use the BEE policy to distribute funds under the Disaster Management Act. The Department of Tourism is yet to respond to the Constitutional Court judgment. AfriForum emphasized that although the distributed funds can be reversed or recovered, they are relieved that at least this Constitutional Court judgment can act as a shield to prevent similar acts of discrimination from taking place when a state of disaster is declared in the country. Patricia Fasachi, SABC News at the Constitutional Court in Johannesburg.